Okay, all good.
We're good? Perfect. Okay, so is there any debate, any discussion on the agenda? If there's not, can I get a motion to approve the agenda? Thank you, Daphne, seconder. Stanley, thank you. All those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Okay, membership, introduction, new members. Do we have any new members as of the last board meeting?
Nope.
Nope. Welcome to all new members. So chair's remarks, I'm going to combine this very quickly with student senator's remarks so that we get out of the way. This is first chair meetings for me, so hopefully we can get done well and done quickly. That would be nice to be like quick meetings. And that's it for chair. Thank you to everybody who is timely in their emails to me about like proxying and anything that they want to do for the meeting. In regards to senator's report, the last Senate meeting was actually remarkably fun and interesting to be at because schools of engineering and medicine are combining to create a new school of biomedical engineering. That was met with a lot of resistance from the students' Senate body just because their proposal we thought had some issues. We had some issues with the proposal, namely that their budget was one line, and it said revenues will be 7.6 billion, expenditures 7.3 billion, and that revenues are contingent on their graduate and undergraduate courses, and the undergraduate school has not been approved by the provincial government as of yet. So we don't have those, bit of an issue. So that is really it for Senate. Are there any questions? No? So then we can move on to presentations to the board of directors. And I believe we had two groups decide not to present, but I think Daphne, you wanted to speak a little bit to the IT steering committee.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief kind of teaser about what Liam was supposed to come in here today to talk about. And he really wanted to speak to the board members about the idea of IT expanding. And so if you didn't know, we always had an IT director role, but the IT director was kept really limited in doing things such as like maintaining our servers and our email. And it was like a lot of work, but there wasn't much strategy involved in it. And then this year, if you didn't know this either, like Liam is from last year and he came back to the role and he wanted to really expand on it. And that's why we also decided, hiring committee at the time, to hire someone to help Liam, which was Bob, if you didn't know. A lot of people have been like, I see Bob on Slack, but I don't know who Bob is. Bob's always on Slack and he's always awake and he's probably a really big help, but you probably haven't seen him in person. But yeah, but he's a part of Liam's team and they've kind of been talking about what they wanted to do with IT this year. And so before like IT had like, most of his job was maintaining our problematic email servers, but now we've moved on to G Suite. And so right now, what Liam wants to do is propose the creation of a steering committee. And so what that will entail is what he envisions to be is like a few exec members and a few board members, and they will meet like once a term. And so what they would do is after coming to you guys and asking what you guys hope to see from IT this year, and after me briefing Liam and Bob a little bit about more like the operational side of what the CUS does, they would come and present to the steering committee like around 3 proposed projects, and then the steering committee would vote on like, which one they would want to take priority for this year, and then they would move on to seeing Bob and Liam would start working on it on their own for the year, and then they would meet up again in second term to see if they've done a good job or if we still would want to like, continue whatever the project would be. And so he wanted to come to the board and ask them about what they hope to see from IT. So if you didn't know, like Bob's role, he's an IT associate, and it's a new position, and he and Liam wanted to discuss more about what that would mean and what that job description would look like, and that really depends on what projects we would like to see from them as board of directors. So even though Liam isn't here today, like I guess this is a good time for you guys to start thinking about what, if you're an exec, what you would want to see from happening from our IT department, and if you're a board member, what you think would like IT come and step in with. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the spiel of it.
Any questions from anybody?
You guys confused. You can ask any questions.
Do we discuss ideas that we want IT to do, or do we like? Is there going to be another meeting where they
Right now,
come in
there's
and
no
talk?
action item, because I wanted him to be here, because he could probably give you a better description of what kind of work he did and what kind of work he can do. But I would say while, he could probably come back for the next board meeting if he can, and if he can, I'll just call him to the exec meeting, or get Bob to present or something. But for the meantime, like if you're a board member and exec member, just think about what ideas you think would be useful to the society that IT can help implement. And if you feel like that's really vague, feel free to Slack the IT team, like channel on Slack. Yeah, that's basically it. Anybody have any other questions?
Okay, cool. So next would be our AMS reps report. Is there any questions? Yeah, like Daphne said, if you guys have any questions on it, then ask them. Oh, did we have a proxy? You didn't need
How many workers
Okay.
is your meeting?
First things first, it's Deborah is with you, so.
Where will you put the camera?
They also said, not that person I asked to replace that machine with, was also like, so are we on deliver to that location? When I asked them to deliver to this building, I was like, it's been done before. So, thank you. So, anyways.
Anyways, okay, so, Daphne and I have been doing, Daphne is doing this proxy for the AMS. We've been to 2 council meetings so far, and missed 2 as well, so there's been 4. The main thing that concerns, I think us, like, is the new change from show to show pass. So we used to have an old system, Resco, for all of like the crossing services to sell the tickets off of. And the AMS wants to introduce show pass for everyone to use. It has a higher service charge to use by like 1.5%. But they swear that it's gonna be like better for everyone because people already use show pass. So that was the main thing that kind of concerns the SEMA specifically. Other than that, we've just been talking about nothing much really. Like introductions and like motioning minutes and like
Our last meeting was really short, but our next meeting is supposed to be really long. And these AMS meetings are like fully catered and they are like pretty informative. So if you want to sit in there open with public, yeah, it's
We're
pretty
gonna
cool. The dates on the general calendar. You don't even be there, you know, literally be there for like half an hour.
And
It looks good. It's really good.
I just have a question for like people involved in CUS clubs. You guys still think it's going to be
What's so weird, like, and I was thinking this when they were talking, like, the literal AMS block party was sold in show pass.
We've been trying to integrate show pass last year, and so clubs were mandated in contract to use Resco, but some clubs were following it apparently and started using show pass. That's why they were pushing to have that happen, fully happen.
And so with the introduction, so the show pass like the 1.5 higher, like 1.5% higher, charge is that. So like the AMS can charge 1.5% higher. That's what the cost is.
No, it's like, so every ticket, 1.5% more of the ticket price goes to shipments. Or like goes to,
Yeah, not for us. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Simran. We already did Senator Almsby.
So we're just about to send out the emails for clubs review, letting clubs know if they have CUS affiliation or not. Phoebe's been sick, so that timeline's been pushed or shifted a little bit. I'm working on integrating an Ombuds website with heavy help from Liam and from Evan because I seriously messed up some of the branding. I'm not going to go into detail because I already got ripped apart in the exec meeting. But yeah, so that's going to be up and running hopefully by September. And link from the CUS website so people can get the email address and see what the ombudsperson can do. And I will make that link available as soon as it's less shameful of a website. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Open and transparent. Alrighty. Oh. But anyway, exact reports.
I guess first up is me. So as you can tell, Natalie and I have sent a leash social. I think Natalie found a date that worked best for everybody, which was July 2nd. And so more details will be sent. Natalie's doing a great job. We had our first our official steady schedule exec meetings, which are Mondays at 6 p.m. It happened last week, and the next one is going to be obviously next week. It's bi-weekly. Just reminder to all board members that it's mandatory for you to come to at least once for each month, because I want you to be updated on what's happening. And it's only fair because the execs have to come to all board meetings, so I don't know, it's just for your benefit. And I don't think Michael and Angela for the last one. Nadia has to be there, but she always has great insights. But yeah, if you're an AEP, feel free to drop by. They're open to the public and you can talk to them, but there's no food. FYI. So yeah, also extra shout out to Angela because she basically transcribed the entire thing last meeting because Nadia had to work, but it was pretty intense. But yeah, other things that I've been doing are that accountability reports with execs. Board members, you guys submitted an accountability report. Depending on how much time I have, I might ask you to kind of reformat it because that's not the way the rest of the organization is doing the accountability reports, and it's being spearheaded by Cody and Donna. But the rough timeline for that has been rough drafts were due this weekend, and then I'm sitting with all the execs this week, and then we're going to kind of go step by step about what their accountability report looks like, and then the final drafts are due next Friday, I believe. So yeah, and then on with that note, I've set up a permanent schedule for the rest of the summer at least for all the execs in regards to one-on-ones. The only person that hasn't filled that is my lovely friend Stanley here. Okay. Yeah, no dates available. But yeah, the board members, I also finished setting it up with you guys, but I was missing dates for AJ, Matt, and Julian. I don't think I'll ever get them. And so start our our one-on-ones for the rest of the summer for now. Oh, there's the break or something. So yeah, so I'll be meeting you guys, and I've basically told you what the gist of those will be. But if you're a board member, I just gotta remind you, you were since last board meeting, you were put under a portfolio, and unless you were like an AMS rep or a senator, but if you are a year rep and you have a portfolio, please make sure to reach out to your VP and ask them what's up with their portfolio, because it's not their job to reach out to you, it's their job to reach out to you. Just to get a loop of things. While the summer is happening, especially, it's good to keep up with what's going on before things, by the time you're like, oh, it's September and you want to catch up, it's like, a lot has happened. And yeah, so I've been sitting on all the committees as well, as well as the AMS meetings. Everything seems fine. Yeah. I also have cookies. You want cookies?
That's the most important part.
That's the most important part out of everything.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you. Mr. President, VP Academic, Angela.
Oh, hi. Okay. So updates from Sapnil. He sent his check-ins with the chairs of the different services. One thing that will be happening is that for the class liaison service, they're changing it and thinking of making it improving it by no longer using paper forms. Instead, they're going to be putting it onto Connect. And so he'll be meeting with the Director of Learning Services to facilitate this integration, and this will be happening in September. And he'll be seeking feedback from board of directors on which questions the class liaison will put onto the forms, the feedback forms. And then EXCO and JC West, as well as other services, are doing well. For CMP, they're working on rebranding, and so Galen has been working with SAPNIL. Galen's the chair, by the way, and also Evan. And the new name is Commerce Course Review, CCR. And this is because they are expanding to do more than just exam reviews. They're also thinking of doing tutorials and workshops are some of the things that they have in store, which is why they made the name change. I mean, there was a concern that the name might be limiting, but for now, like on what their services are going to be, but for now, that's what they've stuck with. For CCC, which is Case Competition Club, they've hired the team and they've had their first team meeting. For AMS tutoring, he's been working with the new AMS tutoring services and drafting the new contracts. He'll be submitting the budget to Andrew, our VP Finance. He's met with the CLC, so the library, about the academic plans for next year and on how to collab between VP academic staff and the CLC. And then he's also went to the BCom governance meeting, and then the next one he's requesting Daphne to also attend, and Daphne said that depending on her schedule, whether she can make it or not, and she'll update him later on that. Those are his updates. Any questions? Okay.
When did Daphne send you his updates?
These are the exact updates. It's the same thing as the exact updates.
Okay,
Yeah.
because CMP changed.
Oh. Okay.
I hope Daphne knows this.
I don't know. I don't know if he knows that. So yes, let's please talk about this. I can message him later.
So CMP, they're not changing the name. They're sticking with CMP. And the reason why is that they're restructuring the service to provide more academic and career mentorship programs. And they'll be working in collaboration with the BCC and UGO.
Yeah, Kevin.
Oh, thank you so much.
Any other questions? Maggie, you're up.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Wait.
Is it external affairs? That's me. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Maggie, update for me. I don't.
Yeah, no, Maggie, come do this job for me. Sorry, Sam. Sorry.
Okay, the first thing,
Yeah.
is I forgot this during the exec meeting for our last decision. Meeting has been cancelled because we could not find a chair. So look at it. So meeting got cancelled. Yeah, that's official now. In terms of actual other external stuff, so I have a bit of one-on-one scheduled in. I'm doing it tonight, and then I'm talking with EMT next Thursday. And I'm still trying to pencil in a time with NSCC, the culture that just you can see. So I'm speaking to each of them, I think, like minutes separately, but I'm going to schedule in a more formal one soon. We just had our CPA Bitcoin pitch this past Wednesday. It went pretty well, I think. All the services were well prepped. They all had good presentations. The CPA representative lady was really happy with all the pitches and the results. So I'm going to be hearing back from them soon in terms of the structure of how that's going to work. They were asking whether I wanted the CPA firms to reach out to the services directly or go through me, so they're going to be going through me, and then I'll be liaising to the services, whether they receive sponsorship or not shortly, and whether the CEOs will be getting sponsorship. So me and Albert, the CR director, we're going to be trying to meet up with the CPA and C reps, working out our partnership proposal package for the following year, as well as updating her on sort of the accountability report from last year, kind of inform her of whether those terms were fulfilled. So yeah, that's going to be my task. Yeah, so I'm going to be working on that, but that's it for CPA pitch. From this point on, I'm going to be working a lot more with the CR team on also preparing for the CR breakfast itself. That's going to be happening hopefully late July, if not early August. We've already gotten some dates from the Rosewood Hotel Georgia of when they're open and being available. So I'm going to be reaching out to them again to see if any of those things have changed and when we can schedule that in. Also be sending out a web tweet to all of you guys to be there and kind of date to see we're also doing it as well. Yeah, so that's going to be my big task for the next few months as well. Alberta and I have started working on the new sponsorship package for cleaning up the one from last year, and also we're going to be cleaning up the one from last year, and also I'm going to be working with Alberta next bit to clean up the sponsorship database, or make a new database. So that's gonna probably occupy the rest of my summer.
Did CAP with it?
No, so CAP ended up not being able to do that. Unfortunately, just because it was very rushed at the end. We were trying to work it out because Michelle, the chair of CAP, she was originally about to go pitch, but she found out that she had a work schedule conflict, so I was supposed to pitch for her, but I was also helping her build some of her slides, and I couldn't get in the necessary information on time. I had to submit something to CPA, so I just ended up talking to Michelle and decided that this year might be best to table it for now, and hopefully we can work that next year. But the rest of them all fit well.
Thank you, Stanley. I actually finally got it ready.
I'll talk to CPA.
DB Finance, Andrew, put it on here. I did not send me the copies. So we will table the report. Was anybody at the last, at the last budget committee meeting speak to something else?
You said chair.
Yeah, so we went through all the services in terms of reviewing them, and feedback was just sent out, I think, last time. I forgot what the email is. But yeah, all the feedback has been sent out to the services. What we did was we went through every single service, paired up, or Evan, Daphne, and Andrew were together to review some of the other services, but we had all the services we could provide feedback. And then as a big large team, we reviewed some of the larger services together just to see whether the feedback made sense to everyone. I reviewed all the feedback once, and then Andrew also reviewed it, so we were sent out. I sent out this, went to meet for our next budget meeting just last night, and depending on that date, it's going to be a appeal date, so it's going to be a full day of downloads. Sitting in a room in Sauder, having clubs and services come in, appeal to certain feedback that we provided them, what they like, what they didn't like, and they'll tell us what changes if they want to their budget. And then I'm going to be sending out a web to me probably immediately after this meeting too, regarding post-appeal date meeting, which will happen essentially immediately after. We're going to talk about sort of the appeals they made and then help decide their final. I'm going to shoot like first structure for the meeting. So,
I guess in addition, I would say, because these summer board meetings kind of happen, one of the main points of it is to help, we have to at one point as the board go line by line and approve every single budget that we have. And so make sure that you guys are coordinating with each other to see how we want things to work. But yeah, that's development out of it. Yeah, great job to Andrew, to Stanley, and to Evan, who are respectively VP Finance, and Chair, and Vice Chair.
Thank you.
Calvin is here, but can we table it later because Calvin's possible?
Yes, of course. So, Mark.
Okay, so prospectus is coming along nicely. We're sending it to print on the 15th. So I might get somebody to help me proofread it. I'll message you later about that. Other than that, I'm kind of working with the UGO on a Sauder online orientation. We definitely want to make sure that the CUS is actually promoted in it to incoming students, unlike last year and the year before. Yes.
Wait, what was this?
Sauder online orientation. That module that people do. Then I'm currently working with CMP and sustainability on rebranding. Both of them are behind schedule, which is concerning. So the logo won't be accurately represented in the prospectus. Other than that, it's just lots of planning right now. As you see, we have a new Facebook cover photo. We're just planning our Facebook strategy, Instagram strategy, and overall marketing strategy for next year. And public relations too. Yeah.
Thank you, Evan. VP Engagement, here we go.
Hi, I'm Maggie, the AVP of Student Engagement, but I'm just here proxy for Chris. So his updates are on engagement things. These are meetings between Chris, myself, and the service chairs of the engagement portfolio. And currently, they're going strong. The services, they require like different levels of support. So the syncs are scheduled in like 2 weeks or 1 month intervals, depending on the service. So for example, we have check-ins with Kiwi every 2 weeks, sorry. But with like a service like Grad Night, that's like once a month, at least for the summer. As well, the VP engagement goals and objectives draft has been completed. So if you want to see them, just message Chris. It is still a draft though, so take that into consideration. As well, the Point ski trip. So due to cost, the ski trip will remain at Revelstoke this year, and the ticket prices will increase by $20 to $30. But like compared to the market, it's still a really good deal, right? Yeah. The deposit has been paid, so we have a $2,000 surplus from last year that we can apply now. So right now, he's just waiting for the go-ahead from Daphne and Andrew. Yeah. As well, Chris met with the other faculty VPs about student engagement, but nothing really came out of it except the AMS is interested in cross-promoting events. So that's still something. Yeah. Also, he's going to be offline for a lot of June due to like work commitments on the weekends and such. So if you have any concerns, just like directly message him and he'll talk to you about that. And the first year survival guide. So that's something that I'm currently working on with the AVP of marketing with Renzel. So it's going well right now. We're hoping to finish the draft by the end of this month and then give it to Chris and Evan for review, make some changes, and then send off to printing. What we're changing this year is that we're hoping to reduce the number of pages or reduce the number of copies of the guide and then turn it into like, reallocate that money into like first year survival package. So that'll include like a guide with like COS stickers, pens, and any like goodies we receive from sponsors. So that's that. And last thing, the policy committee. So Chris is currently gathering some informal feedback about potential changes. So he's going to start real committee work in the late summer. That is all.
Awesome, thank you. And Calvin just arrived, yeah. You ready to review section number 4?
Yes. So, she's kind of today, and she's still sick right now, so she asked me to put in the gym program. Just a few updates that she wants to let you guys know is that first is the card reader lock is still in process, and we're doing every week, and we need to work on trying to do it. Second, clubs review side. There's 2 clubs that are quite considered, and that's UBC and IBC. And then because Phoebe is sick, she believes that Maddie is going to be second as well. That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And third is business cards. We're not going to come our outstanding business development. So we already sorted that out. I believe that in the few weeks we will actually complete the subcommittee service. And of course, the COS sustainability have been process of the plan. Next one is that SC and C will be coming to our next exam to receive some information.
Supply chain management.
management.
Supply chain management.
They're looking for some information. And the last one is these parents are working on solving the recap.
Awesome, thank you. All right. So that's it for exec reports, committee reports.
Yeah, first committee.
We have budget.
Budget and clubs. You want to speak? Kind of spoke budget. Club review. Maddie, do you want to talk? Maddie, would you want to talk?
Sure, yeah. I don't have the
I guess
affiliate.
don't say like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just like it's a live stream.
Right.
But general.
Okay, yeah, so we met over the weekend. I think it was 8 hours on the last Saturday and 5 hours on the Sunday. And so we had each club came in to present for about 15 minutes, and then there were 15 minutes for questions that we asked them just about. So a lot of it came down to what their budget was about and what we felt like they were providing in terms of value for Sauder students. One thing that was brought up is we realized that there wasn't anything in CUS policy about the percentage of members that had to be within Sauder. So that's something that we talked to Chris about, which might be implemented for next year. Yeah, on the whole, we had, how many presentations? I don't even remember. Was it nine? Nine on one day and then five.
There was two more at the.
One
There was
more.
one more at
One
the.
more.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be next exam.
Okay.
So total 16.
Yeah, so 16 presentations total. And can I say how many clubs are cut? The two?
No.
No, okay. Nothing like that. Wait, but didn't we already mention?
That's project. That's
I don't think the live stream.
Okay.
Understand though, because they don't know yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think they're here.
Maddie didn't send the email.
yeah, and I will be sending those emails promptly. Yeah, and then I think we're, yeah, so then I think that's club's review after that is done. It's pretty much just that. Once we send those emails out. Yeah, anything to add? Daphne?
Nothing much to add. We're just working, the executive started working on the package, and we mentioned the deadline is hopefully by early August. We'll have something to send to all. This package will be sent to clubs, but it'll also be sent to our services.
Perfect.
And so that one of the things that seems in the budget review is I want to like really good policies that we want to see less more of just like a maybe just mind keeping.
Yeah, so when each presentation came in, something that I spoke about on my platform is that, if you're in the organization, you know that we're really tightening our money spending this year. And so as a result, I said that something that's really important for us this year is to really focus on communicating how we benefit the students besides just offering monetary support. Yes, we do have, we're the largest business student society in Canada, but we do offer more than that. We offer unique experience and we offer expertise from our finances and a huge number of people. We have like over 300 people that are volunteers for our society. And so when the clubs came in, I was just like, we offer more than monetary support, and that's one of the reasons why I really think that it's important that we have this package sent to these people so that they know that we are there to help and that there are ways for us to go about communicating how to help people. And especially when you consider that a lot of club presidents are younger students, most of the time they're first year students who get into the club and then they take on the role of president. And so, it's the first time they're doing a leadership role, and as fellow students, what we can do is come offer them support and guidance.
Yeah, and so far, all the VPs that I've seen interact with the club have done a fantastic job of like being there and offering resources and their experience. And I think we have a very good team of VPs this year who have been involved a lot of the time with various clubs, and so the experience they've been able to impart on the ways. So thank you everybody for that. Are there any other committee reports? Sorry, yeah.
I already private messaged Daphne, I guess, but like one thing that I was chatting with one of the club presidents that I do know, something about having HR or like actual experience on how to interact with VPs, how to measure productivity, stuff like that might be relevant to these presidents as well.
So I'm meeting with Joanna and Cody this Tuesday night for our one-on-one, and so I'll bring them in and let them know because I think Angela has a really good point.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? No? All right, and then so we'll move on to amendments to approval of the minutes from last meeting, which was in April. So those were circulated in the email. Did anybody have any issues with those meeting minutes? If not, can I get a motion to approve meeting minutes from April 14th meeting? Thank you, Maddie. Can I get a seconder? Thank you, Victor. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Any abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Business arriving from the Service Council. Do you have any business arriving from the Service Council? Seems like it. Business arising from the exec council. Any outstanding things we have talked about already? Nope. Amazing. Business arising from the committees of the board of directors. We've touched on clubs. We've touched on budget. Don't think there's anything else to touch on. Other business. Anybody have anything they'd like to bring up? No. So the next meeting. Discussion. There was no discussion.
I just want to know that this is the fastest board meeting I've ever experienced. I love it. What's your expression? How do you feel? This is 39 minutes. I don't know what's happening.
Let's go time zones.
So
We had
do
two
we have?
discussions before.
Oh, one more thing. There's like they're doing a whole bunch of this the transfer student orientation coming up for like Imagine Day. They want to have like a brainstorm session with I think they want past transfer students to do like their input. So like if you know anyone, I can like send out like this email that Grace sent you something you may have gotten, but like just try to send it to as many transfers as you know. Don't send it to me, sorry. But yeah. So I'll send that out I guess to like because it's like quite a long email, so maybe I'll just like screenshot it and then I'll make something else.
You can send it to me.
And yeah. So I also had other stuff that I wanted to mention. So Linda sent me an opportunity. And it was regarding a conference. I forwarded it to everybody. So the conference is actually on the 15th at 5:30 at UBC Rocky Square. Did you guys receive it? Because I forwarded it.
Nope.
No,
I never got it.
Okay.
I replied it.
Okay. So I can quickly tell you a gist of it. So it's like a speaker event, and so it's called Decision Making for Managers. And the UBC PT MBA Class of 2018 organized a Q&A session of experienced managers from different backgrounds and industries. They're also talking, just like telling you guys the core learnings from the courses that are called Decision Making for Managers and Ethics and Sustainability. And so you get to hear past current stories from senior decision makers. And these people are like managing directors, and they talk about making decisions under pressure and what decisions go wrong. There's people from the city of Vancouver, KPMG, who will play an Android and play direct. And it starts at 5:30 on June 15th at Robinson Square, and you can register for it on Cool. So if you're interested about this opportunity, I would highly recommend you to go. I didn't know if you guys were interested because nobody responded to my email, but I guess you guys didn't get it.
Never got it.
Yeah, I'll forward it to everybody again. But yeah, you guys have any questions? Like, this is just like the stuff that should be.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then I guess a side note, there's some chicken spot. That's all I have. Yeah,
No, the majority of the update is just concerned with budget, and that's the purpose of going. So just to give more specific details on the first round, I guess I can say the first round was a little bit discouraging. There were public services that were attempting to go over their target deficits. So the target deficits for all men should be able to sit at a $50,000 deficit for the year, meaning that we would be setting a surplus of $300,000. But after the proposed deficits were presented in the first budget draft, we found that we'd be sitting at about 260. So we're going to face a $90,000 target deficit. So between now and the second budget draft submissions, my analysts are working with the services to cut down the extra $40,000 in expenses. So yeah, and then I think it's already been mentioned that we have an appeal date, so we allow services the option of presenting to the budget committee a response or an appeal to the feedback given to them. And then, yeah, I guess it's 11.
Anything else? Anybody have any other points to make? Any other things to bring up? How's everybody's summer so far? Good? Solid? Enjoying? School?
We're just trying to make it worth it, that you know,
Yeah.
and there's 4 pizza.
Came all the way from Calgary.
That was the thing about my transition. So the next meeting, it does depend, right, on, budget meeting, so we'll figure that out. It's every, what, 2 months?
When the school year resumes, it's every month, but for the summer, I believe, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I'll get back to everybody on that with another when to meet, or the doodle. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer when to meets or doodles? When to meets? Yes. Okay, sounds good. So we'll do when to meet. That'll be to be decided. Last chance. Anybody got something to bring up? Something cool? Interesting? Even if it's not cool, interesting to bring up.
Staffing for-
But how do you manage that?
I don't know, how do I manage to still staying on my back? Wow.
That's the wow. But
Can't afford a bodyguard.
yeah. All right. So there's nobody else that has anything to add. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Daphne?
3 hours.
And then,
I thought we were gonna go over.
then can I get a second, please? Kim, thank you. All those in favor of adjournment? Any opposed? Any abstentions for some reason? No? All right. Thank you.
5 minutes.
Crazy.
Bye,